Hello, my name's Colin Hewitt. I'm a student here at the College of Business and I'm interviewing.
Abby Helton, lecturer of accounting here in the College of Business and the EKU online coordinator for the College of Business.
To begin, I'd like to just start by asking you to share what first inspired you to pursue a career in accounting, especially given that your first degree was in geography.
So, yes, I did get a degree in geography and I loved everything I learned. It was a lot of fun, but through networking, which is super important as we've talked about in school, got a job at an archaeology firm where they said, "Hey, do you want to learn some accounting?" And I said, "Yeah, I like math." And while I was there, they taught me some accounting. I really liked accounting and decided to go ahead and pursue an entire master's degree in it. So, long story short,
Yes,
that's
here
how
we
we
are.
ended up here.
And was there a particular area of study in geography that you were more interested than another?
Yes. I loved computer cartography, so making maps.
Mhm.
It's kind of a lost art, but it was really fun. Got to tap into your creative part of your brain. I really enjoyed that.
Mhm.
Mm.
As I was researching you, I discovered that you were the recipient of an award in 2021, the Outstanding Instructor Award. I was wondering what teaching methods or philosophies have you found most effective in engaging your students, and could those philosophies be employed by students in their future careers?
I think the most effective way you can connect with students is to authentically be yourself, even if that means being silly or very serious. And it also kind of depends on the class in which you're teaching. Some classes lend themselves to being a little more laid back. Some are more serious than others. But as far as how to tie that to future career, what you said, like in your future career, again, just authentically trying to be yourself. Um, I think that's always the best policy. And to try and lead with empathy when you can, because everybody's doing their best. So it's important to keep that in mind all the time when you're talking to other people.
Yeah. So, as one of the online coordinators here at EKU, what are some of the challenges you face in teaching online, and how do you overcome them to ensure a high quality experience for your online students?
So the goal I find when teaching online is to try to recreate an in-person experience for that online student. So in my classes, I create a lot of lecture videos that are small, so they're easier to watch instead of having to sit through like 40-minute lecture. But the goal there is to make it feel like you're in class. I'm a real person, not just like a robot on the other side of the screen. Like there's an actual real person teaching you the material. So I try to keep it engaging. And then, as I mentioned before about authentically being yourself, I accidentally developed a catchphrase in my tax class. I didn't mean to. I signed off a video and I said like happy taxing. And in my student evaluation that term, I actually had a student that said the first time I heard happy taxing, I thought, who is this lady? And then this student went on to say, I found myself at the end of the class looking forward to hearing happy taxing. And then they signed the whole evaluation happy taxing. I just thought that was really cute. But a good example of just, again, authentically being yourself and trying to connect with students, creating that world or the realistic type experience.
Hmm. So, while we're on the topic of online classes and teaching online, uh, I've got some specific questions to EKU Online. Uh, First, what types of prospective students are EKU's online programs intended to serve?
Are currently set up as 8-week classes, and each semester is divided into an A and a B term. So you have two sets of 8-week classes. Those programs are designed to serve primarily non-traditional, busy working adults who are likely looking for sometimes a first degree or a career switch or a promotion at work. So they're coming back to further their education and get themselves into the next phase of life.
What sets EKU's online programs apart from those at other institutions?
Wow, that's a great question. A lot of things. I think it's really, we have amazing staff and advisors, first and foremost. So from the moment that someone comes to EKU Online, they're met with a lot of warmth and encouragement. So I think that is one thing that initially sets it apart right away. Beyond that, once a student comes here, the faculty that they engage with are the same faculty that teach the online classes. So the students that go to the online programs are really getting the same educational experience that the students who come to campus are getting. So online and on campus are getting this wonderful experience being taught by, I mean, I'm a little biased since I work here with these wonderful faculty, but getting taught by these super well-researched, educated, great, accomplished professionals in the field. So,
what is your vision for the future of online programs at EKU?
a great question. For the future, I would just like to see us to continue to grow and have a larger enrollment, and as we grow, to continue to make the classes that are there even better. We're getting new resources all the time. We're going to be transitioning to Canvas. Pretty excited about that. And I would like to see us maybe to continue to offer additional programs we don't currently have online. I don't have any solid examples yet. We're always dreaming up big things. So just strengthen what we have and then create new awesome offerings to our students.
All right. What general skills or areas of knowledge would you prioritize if you could go back in time to when you were getting your geography and accounting degree?
What skills?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think the skill that I was decent at back then, but could always use work, is time management. There's never enough time in the day, and I feel like even back then, having better time management skills would have afforded me to do other things. Also, I think if I could go back and just tell my younger self something, is that it's really okay to change your mind. That would have helped me just keep everything in perspective at that age. Because it's something, as you've seen in class, I tell my students all the time. It's okay to change your mind. Your likes and dislikes are going to continue to change over time. So make room for that.
So, how is being an active member of professional organizations like the AICPA, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And the ACFE influenced your teaching and professional growth?
So I try to make time for professional organizations. I think it's important to stay engaged with the professional community in which you are an expert in, or wherever your discipline lies. In academia, we kind of get into little bubbles where you're teaching this set of material to students. So if you don't carefully plan out and make time to engage with the professional world, you start to lose some of the skills or insight that you had maybe when you once worked in the field. So I think staying active in there helps you also make a better experience in your classroom too.
Are there any industry trends you're particularly interested in right now on the topic of that question?
I do really love tax, and there's a lot of interesting things happening in the tax world. Like the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is set to sunset or expire, a lot of it, at the end of 2025. So I'm waiting to see what everyone decides to keep from those set of changes. Keep it all, throw it all out. I don't know. But another trend that we're seeing just nationwide in accounting at large is the number of accounting majors has really significantly decreased over time. So there's a bit of what we call like the pipeline is kind of drying up. But what's interesting is that EKU we're not trending in that direction. So I'm really proud of our department and all of our students who are amazing that we have managed to maintain like enrollments when most other universities are having the opposite problem.
All right, the last question's a fun one. Imagine you could instantly gain any skill or talent. What would you pick, and how would you use it in your daily life?
Teleportation.
A skill?
A skill?
What?
Skill?
Well, oh, I thought you meant like a superhero power. Wait, that's a tricky one. Skill or talent? Ooh, tell me that. I would like to turn everything I teach into song. We could just make it like a constant Broadway musical. I think that would make class more entertaining for sure.